Hello. I immediately lean in. Okay, I'm gonna lean back now. There we go, there we go. Hello. If my voice sounds different, I was messing with my settings a bit to make me more bearable. I might unmess with them a bit. There we go. I don't know how much more bearable, because I noticed my voice is very high-pitched, and it was cutting off, like, it was cutting off a lot. And I've been wanting to fix it for a while, so I stopped being lazy and I finally fixed it, and life is now beautiful. Yay! Good good night? Good night. Oh. Oh man, my internet is fucking dying, brother. Is it gonna stop doing that? Oh my goodness. I'm gonna... Internet? Internet? Hello? Hello? Internet? Oh my goodness, this is not a good night, I guess. I'm not even using that much oh my goodness, internet. Oh, regardless, I guess I'll just keep yapping. But yeah, you know, I decided that because I am quite the busy bee for like a lot of the daytime hours, that I wanted to try experimenting with doing a little kind of some more nighttime stream hours. 'Cause I thought it would be like, you know, I'm honestly really free during the night, and it's like, you know, surely there's plenty of people out there who want to listen to a calm, soothing voice, lull them to sleep, talking about various things going on in their day. You know what? Cause you know, I'd want that too, TBH. So we're gonna experiment a bit with that idea. Every time I look over, I see it's like the internet's not getting better. But oh well. What can you do, I guess? I'll just go with it. I don't know what's eating at the connection. Sometimes it just does that, but whatever. But yeah. We're gonna do some, we're just gonna yap, and then we're gonna do some writing too. I have my I wonder. Yeah, it still works. Perfect. I have my little timer, the timer function that I used the last time, like a very long time ago. I made that timer function, my Pomodori, and I got my Word document because unlike usual, like I think when I used to do these, I was doing Listaria, and I don't like streaming the words because everything I write for Listaria is there might be some exceptions in the future where I'd be open to streaming when I'm working on, but the main story stuff is like over 200,000 words, like deeper into the plot, and it contains many future spoilers for stuff, so obviously I can't just go, okay world, here you go. Okay, so I don't particularly feel like doing that. I don't mind streaming like fanfiction and such. I use Scrivener if you can't tell. Wendy's not my real name. Wendy's not my real name. I should disclaimer that. Disclaimer that. Like, if you think, oh, you just doxed yourself, sir. I see your real name right here in the oh wait, you can't even see it. Regardless. Okay, you can't see it. I named it after one of my cats. I named the computer stuff after one of my cats. I don't use my real name when in the file searches. I thought you could see it, but I guess you can't see that part. But regardless, I panicked I was like, oh, I hope people don't think I'm doxing myself. I swear I'm not. I know. I have a fairly decent concept of being safe online. And my version of being safe online is not having my real name on my computer, if at all possible. But yeah. I got Scrivener. I used to have trouble. I think I realized the reason I have trouble with Scrivener is when you minimize it, it just disappears. But now, just to minimize it, and it works just fine. Yay! But yeah, I got it right here. I was working on this one fic. I have quite a few here. Quite a few folders going on here. This is... don't worry about that. I'm never writing in that folder ever again. I named it coping mechanism. This is my coping mechanism. Wait, does it disappear when I click on the... Yeah, it disappears right when I click on buttons. Oh, you just can't see it, huh? Alright. Cool. Let's hear the cooking file. I want to see what it'll do. Okay. It's always interesting to see how the stream program reacts to me pressing buttons, because I think it used to just make the whole window disappear, but it's not disappearing, so that's pretty cool. Alright, so yeah. Let me give you a tour of the coping mechanism folder where I put all my miscellaneous writing stuff. Because if it's like a big project, you know, like Listaria, that gets each new arc gets its own cool person folder for being cool. But if it's just like a random one-off thing, it would become a pain to like make, because like Scrivender's more for big projects, you know. Like unless it's a big project, I don't really feel the need to like make a whole new like project when I could just pop a document open in one project. So the way I have my folders sorted is I have one for like when I'm done with the fanfic, like when I finish editing and everything, and I posted it already, I just slap it in there. If I ever do go back to update it, it might be because I found a typo on the offline version, but I don't like with Listaria, if I do find typos, I will go back and correct it in like the document because I want to eventually like compile an offline version, and I want to keep them both like pretty close to one another. I do want to give it maybe another round of editing in that case, but we'll see. But regardless, I have a reason to keep those like relatively close to one another in terms of like typos and such. W, if you don't know what Listaria is, all of these little blurbo PNGs around me are my OCs. They're there for emotional support. But yeah, let me continue with the tour. So yeah, in progress, yeah, not edited or not finished. It stays in there until I have closed the book, so to speak. And then, well, this one's self-explanatory. We can never show anyone this ever. So I can never show anyone this ever. This one's also self-explanatory. It's my when I write my VN scripts, I just write them and throw them in this folder. I have like yeah. One of those is like a friend thing I never shared publicly, and two of those are like transient, like my O2A2 game. I don't think that was only, okay, yeah, I did write another around PVN. I didn't make a Word document for it, I think. I just wrote it right into the program, which is kind of a pain to edit, so I have like a spelling error thing on my VS Code to help, but I don't know, I just find it a pain to use for that. And then this is another thing I can't show. This is also a secret. This is also a secret. I don't know what's in the scrap. Oh, I remember this now. Scrap is just like random stuff that I've written, and like it's not even really complete enough to be like its own document, but I also don't want to like I don't want to delete it either, so I just throw scrap in there. Usually just like attempted drafts and like random bits that I might like from a story and cut it, but I'm not very good at it. I usually just try to leave it in there if possible anyways, because I'm one of those people. I like to stuff things in. I don't like to take it out. Don't make me take it out. And then this one is basically abandoned stuff. Abandoned drafts left to die. AKA, like, I've decided I do not have the mojo for the story. I'm never gonna... I do have one fic in there. 100 line that I put in there. And I'll definitely never get back to it, so that's why I put it in there. But But yeah, like completed, I have a lot of things here. I don't even remember. What's this one even? Oh, right, that was Metaphor Fantasio. But yeah, let's go back to the one we were on. Not that one. This one. The titles are very vague. I just named them based off of vibes. Like, honestly. Vibe naming. I love vibe naming. But yeah, I could give it to her the one's improv. I can't give it to her of all of them, unfortunately. There is one, this one I can't do. That's for a project, the zine. I cannot share my zine work. We must keep our lips sealed. This one, I'm actually gonna rewrite. I don't want to put in abandoned. I'm gonna put in scrap, I think. I'm gonna put this all in scrap, actually, because I did want to rewrite that all from scratch. Because I wrote that because I had a concept for a post ending 55 fic, and I did like a few chapters for it, you could see, but it was so long ago after writing a bunch of other fics that I think I generally just want to rewrite all that. Because I still really want to rewrite it. It's gonna be probably a very big one, and I want to tie into like my other fics and some weird little fucked up 100 on verse kind of thing. I don't know, I'm still concepting it again. It's probably going to stay mostly the same to what I originally had in mind, except with some changes, and probably not as happy of an ending as I originally wanted to put in there. But yeah. And I can give it to her my other in progress drafts, other than this one obviously, because I'm gonna, I was gonna label it something else, but that shows it. Luckily it's only for a second. Okay. So, we're ignoring that one. So, what else? This one, I don't think, I was like, what if I made Ato talk to one of my OCs? Who would be the funniest option that would make sense? This character. I don't know if I'm gonna stick with the first person or switch to third person, because I usually do third person for fic. I don't like doing first person for characters that aren't mine. Like, honestly, I love writing first person. I would never do it for a character that isn't mine. Because it feels like when they're mine, like, I have their inner voice, like, in my head and in my heart. But, like, if it's someone else's character, then, like, I don't. Who is this person? I don't know you. I can't pretend to know you, you know? Like, it just feels like so fake. I can't force it. I don't know what's going in your head. Like, even with like 100 lines like all in like Takami's perspective, but still I can't be Takami. I can't be Takami Sumino. I don't know that guy like that. I don't know. I just personally, I'm playing with the volume a little bit, sorry. There we go. Not distracting anymore. I just personally don't vibe with doing that kind of thing. TBH. Just not my thing. But if it's my OC, then hell fuck yeah, I love doing first person. It's awesome. I should do more stuff in third person though. I think I'm fine. I think for me it's fine either. I think what thing is with like Lysaria, I tend to flourish better writing first person with the characters that don't mind getting a little prosy. I've been trying to I've been giving everyone a little prosiness, but there's some characters that are just so anti-prosy that like they would not be that flowery inside their heads. I can't do that to them, you know? Yeah. So yeah, I stick with third person when writing characters that are mine, and that works well for me, I think. And yeah, this draft was I wanted to do Ato and Shoma interacting. I think I'll have to set it in block because I'm doing a self-imposed challenge, you see, to write a fix in every route. Right now, I made a tier list. 100 line route to like keep track. Now I'm around the halfway point-ish. Okay, so the ones I have written for so far, First playthrough, second scenario, goodbye Ato, coming of age, multiple Atos, casual, romance, comedy, mystery. Those I wrote, I got fic down for. I have these two fics that are companions to each other, but I count the original as the initial fic is coming of age, and I count the other one as comedy, even though they both kind of involve those timelines. Because one's more focused on the other. Like, it starts in the other, and it feels like more fitting that way to me, personally. Ideas are drafted. I just showed like Literary Ending 55 fic in the reserves, so SF is on that list. Box of Blessing is on that list. Conspiracy and Killing Game. Well, Killing Game's vaguely drafted. I just want the rights in Daruko. I want the right to Daruko. And Killing Game is like a very fascinating reflection of their dynamic. Oyama. I'm not sure how I feel about his writing. Like, I'm not like the biggest KG route lover, but I love what he did with the characters at least. Like, I think Everyone Stopped Talking to Me was like very fun to see his characters, and I felt like he definitely did have a passion for giving them like their own little like arcs and satisfying story. I like that. I like what he did with. I know a lot of people don't like what he did with Yugumu in that route, but I loved Yugumu's development. It fit. Like, if you play the second scenario and you see his dying lines, where he's just like, I want to be born as a shellfish from the sea. It'd be nice to not have to kill anyone. Like, it's obvious he does not like fuck with that lifestyle, and his memories are just not happy for him at all. So seeing him like strive, like, I'm going to live my life. I'm going to be a doctor, and I'm gonna save people. Like, that's very cool. That's my goat. I love what they did with Yugumu in that route. Sure, I also think he should have been able to kiss Takumi on the lips too, but that would have been like a bonus. Like a little je ne sais quoi. But what we got of him was very, very good. And I really, like I said, even if Hiroko does go out early, like, I still really like. And also, I like how it doesn't necessarily like address her looping stuff, like, you know, like Slasher does, or Slasher Serial Killer and Box of Calamity, but it still implies it in a sense where she's like, I need to see if I could trust the Takumi you are now, because she knows there's like plenty of roots out there where Takumi can be kind of like scumbaggish or shitty. She knows. And so she's a little unsure, but she doesn't ever say it. And she doesn't ever confirm anything. And I find that interesting, because she dies early. Which makes it, you can see it coming from a mile away, but I like it. And then there's Darumi, Darumi, she cares about Darumi. It's like, and it's funny, because so many people like say she's OOC. At first, I see a lot of people play Killing Game early, say she's OOC. And then they'll play more of the game, and they'll be like, wait, no, it makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense why she cares and knows so much about Darumi, despite being with her for only like a couple weeks, because she spent more than a couple weeks. She's spent fucking years with Darumi. She knows that girl. Of course, she cares about all of them so much. Oh my, it kills me. But I think she especially has a soft spot for Darumi for various reasons. Especially like Darumi is generally like one of the saddest characters in this fucking cast. Like, I think like like I put her showing Ato in the box of what the fuck were you trying to do here? Cause at least everyone else has like stuff, like people they love. Shoma has a dog. Darumi has eroge, I guess. Like, come on, what were you guys doing here? What was the plan? What was the mission statement? Fucked up severely. Someone really wanted to make a girl into eroge, and you proceed to fuck up her entire life to make it happen. But yeah. What was I originally talking about? Oh yeah, Roots what I was writing a fic for. So yeah. Killing Game's gonna have Daruko. Of course. That's like the one dynamic. And I need to write more Yuri. 100-line fandom needs more Yuri. And I'm not helping because I've only written one fic with any Yuri in it, but I'm going to help. And I'm gonna do it out of love and passion. Yeah. I have my conspiracy fic draft. This is my conspiracy fic draft. It's this one. I don't remember what this one even is. Oh wait, that was a- no, it's this one. That's completely different fic. I think, yeah, no, this is my Killing Game draft. This is my Reset Route draft, and this is my Conspiracy Route fake draft. I'll get into this one because I'm gonna work on it. And oh god, it's been half an hour. I haven't written anything. Okay, I'll get to it. We're still talking about my other concepts. Okay, I could put Reset Route and the ideas are drafted now, I guess. And then I have in my fuck bro category, aka I have no plans or ideas here yet, but there will be some eventually. I have the Vehexness route, Retsnom, Cult of Takumi, Slasher, Box of Calamity, Serial Battles, Ava, and Rebellion. Yeah. I think with I want to do Commander's focus fic. I think for the Hexness, if I did have to follow like a specific branch, I don't think I'd do it during the route itself. But I was thinking maybe doing it after like I don't remember the number, but making the impossible possible, like that whole ending, I think has some interesting stuff to like write about. So I might get I want to try doing that. I think like there's like Nianguang, I don't remember how to say his name, Nianguang? I think he survives. I'd like to do a fic about him. He's interesting too. He's one of the more interesting commanders to me. Cause he's just old and tired. And Retsum, I got nothing. Honestly, the original root's just so peak that I generally don't have anything. I did toy around with like an AU of it, I think, once, and that ended up in like the junk folder. I never got very far. I don't think I'll get back to doing that one. I'll think of something though. I think it'd be interesting to play with the other route, like AU, like the other branch that kind of dies off early because they fucked up. An AU, what if they're able to revive Retsum as is and actually keep it under control? But then it gets worse like later on. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? What if they have to like kidnap the commanders and feed them the Retsnom to keep it at bay? It actually really likes the taste of Cryptoglobin. That would be interesting. The taste of Cryptoglobin like pacifies it, and then they have to like keep feeding it that stuff, and they have to steal like blood from everybody and like all this other shit. They pin Ato down and drain the blood out of his body. You're not contributing, bro. Get out of the way. That's interesting. I'm putting it on the mental list. Alright. Cult of Takumi. I could go for the obvious. I don't know, I'll think about it. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people do, like, a lot of the times I see writing for Cult of Takumi, it's either about Nozomi or about Ato. Like, those are mostly the things. Well, I see way more about Ato, let's be real. But I see bits of Nozomi stuff occasionally, and then everyone else is kind of like, whatever. I should do something focused on the other characters. There's a lot of interest. I feel like it'd be interesting to explore the effects of the drug, like, on everyone else, like, their internal worlds, I guess, because I'd love to write more of Karara. I'd love to explore her internal world, because to me, to my beautiful eyes, she is a lesbian, and she's going through combat, like, you would never believe it. So I'd love to write something about that. I have the past, I'm a lesbian. I can write horrific things. Slasher, I got nothing there, buddy. I'd love to do, actually, scratch, I don't have anything. I'd love to do, like, Final Girl, Karara meets Kiyoshika and through time shenanigans, and then they kiss. I don't know. I got nothing. I'll think of something. Box of Calamity? Okay, yeah, I truly got nothing for that route. I'll think about it later. I'd love it. Maybe another Ato solo piece would be nice. Where he manages to escape. That would be interesting. I mean, not one where he manages. One about him escaping and disappearing into the other timeline, and maybe like tying in the Killing Game stuff. I think that'd be interesting. I'll think about it. I'm like, wait, no, not trying to. He does escape and he disappears. That's the whole point that he disappears. I remember when I first played Box of Calamity, I played the branch that doesn't explain why he never comes back. And I was like, well, I guess the plot just forgot about him. It did not forget about him. It did not forget about him. What else do I have here? Serial battles. I don't think I need to get into how zero of an idea I have for serial battles, but you know what? I might as well be the first person to write a fic for serial battles, so I'll do it eventually. Ava Rao, I actually did have, I wanted to do a Nozomi focus piece for Ava Rao because I found her contribution to that route fascinating. I don't really care much for actual like romance between Ava and Takumi, but I find like the fact that she like goes out of her way to save Takumi and like her whole conversation with Eito after that, it's so fascinating to me. Oh, I have to write a fic about it. Nozomi. Rebellion route. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't have good feelings for Rebellion route, honestly. I'd love to do a rendition of Commune in that route and how I personally would have liked her to be written, but I don't want to go like the fix-it-fic route because I don't like fix-it-fics. I really do. I won't position it as a fix-it-fic, maybe. Maybe I'll just position it as like a commune adjustment. I just don't want to seem like I'm trying to fix Rebellion route. But I do want to toy with the idea of writing a bit more of a, you know, realistic, I think, depiction of grief in Commune. Because what they did to Ava was just insanely fucked up. And I feel like they get a bit too easy of a pass for it. And can't. Personally, that's how I feel. It's fine, like, if people disagree. But, I don't know, I have complicated feelings on that route because of it. But yeah. That's generally my run through. Right now, tonight, I want to work on my conspiracy route fic. My conspiracy route fic right here. And you might be wondering, conspiracy route was such a nothing fic. Why is there a random line here? How do you write something about that? Well, you see, there is one ending of great interest within the battle of the conspiracy route. And for me personally, that is, the Lambs to the Slaughter, obviously. Because it's implied by, like, you know, the ending of the, like, title ending. It's implied by the title ending that they all die and the whole thing's just a trap. I do think the Anti-Exodus project is real. Oh, my internet dropped again. Oopsie. I'm gonna use this as a chance to get a drink then. I feel like I was gonna check something else real quick, actually. There we go. I wanted to turn down the volume a bit. But yeah, I find the... Okay, my internet dropped. I'm gonna get a drink real quick while my internet's dropping like crazy. My internet hates me. Okay, wait. Is it functional again? Yeah, I guess it's very functional right now. Alright. So the concept is it takes that place after Lambs to the Slaughter, and it's like, what if like Gato brings him to the school and blows him all up as... It's probably inferred considering Gato blows up Takumi and like half the bad endings if Saray doesn't get to him first. And what if Karawa manages to save somebody? And what if that somebody was Nozomi? And what if they were forced to like cope with all that? And that was my concept for this fic. It's kind of like Toxic Yuri basically. Because we all love Toxic Yuri. And there's only like, there's one person writing some really banger Kurazono fics. I've been reading them. They're really good. And I think there's a couple others in there, but there's one it's crazy. There's someone also writing like some really banger like Darukura fics. Durumi and Karawa fix. And it's like these people are just making these masterpieces and they get no attention. It's like I have to spread the word. I have to spread the word. Just look up Karawa Notsumi, /Notsumi on AO3, and then also Karawa Durumi on AO3, and read through everything in those tags. That's my plug. Go. Go, 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 go. Okay. Okay, but what it says, you could still listen to my beautiful voice while you do that, of course. But yeah, I have the draft in front of me right now. Everyone's dead, and they're Notsumi is like, we have to get back to the school, and Karawa's just like, but I'm pretty sure we'll die and stuff. But Notsumi's like, we have to go. For the people. And Karawa's like, But yeah, but they can't go right now because, you know, the school, all their gas has been taken, and there's no food inside the school, so they have that to worry about. And and Karawa's like, why didn't they take the weapons though? They took the food and the fuel, but they didn't take our weapons. What's up with that? Because they don't know. They still think they're the enemies are the invaders, but no, they're native. So what actually happened that was like average people broke into the school and then took the stuff they could use. Because like, what would average person have use for it with a gun? They're fucking terrified. Like, I guess like to defend themselves, but I imagine that the guns don't do shit to those battle pets. So I imagine they're just like, alright, food, fuel, awesome, let's get out of here. But yeah, that's generally the situation right now. They're trying to figure that stuff out. And yeah. We could probably do like a little time session in a little bit, but let me talk a little bit about stuff I want to do in the future. Because as you can probably tell, I've had some difficulty getting back into streaming these past few weeks. I was doing pretty well for a while because I was able to carve out the time and I didn't get shy. I admit, it's been hard for me to try to set aside time to do these late night streams because number one, I get shy. That's it. I just feel like, oh, if I commit to doing stuff so late night, who's gonna watch it? Who's gonna care, you know? And it's like, dude, you know what? Who cares? I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it and it'll turn out fine. That's what I say. So yeah. I think what I'm gonna try doing, I'm gonna put on a schedule for this week. I might try to make one tonight before I go to bed, just real quick. I think what I'm gonna do is on my days off, I'll do try to log in and do like gaming, like early in the day, and then for the days that I'm not, or I'm like working, I'll do just guerrilla, like reading and writing streams, because I want to get back into web serial reading. I think it would be very nice to curve at the time to read and also check out people's works. I could read, like, I have some ideas for stuff to potentially check out, but I do also want to like crowdsource. Like, I want to make it so like web serial authors want a chance, like if they want a chance to show off their work, that I can provide a place for them here. Because mostly I've been just looking for stuff myself. And I like looking for like cool stuff. I admit I'm not much of a lit RPG person. It could be a bit exhausting trying to dig around for that stuff because it's like Railroad, lots of lit RPG, and then I know about space battles and like fucking Scribble Hub, web novel. I don't know, man. I don't know, maybe I should just put in the effort a bit more, but also I like the idea of just having a box open for people to just plot me suggestions, because people like sharing their work, and I like reading their work. It would be a win-win. I think I just need to spread it around more. I posted on Reddit, but I didn't get any responses, so I think I'm gonna try posting on like different subreddits. Because the one I did post it on was more for like streaming focus. So I think what I'm gonna do is post on like web serial forums and such. I don't know if I'm gonna be open to doing progression or RPG stuff for Web Serial Wednesday. I don't particularly have much interest in those things. So I'll just have to think about it. That'll be my verdict for now. I'd rather read character-focused stuff, I think. Personally, you know. But yeah, I probably won't put on a schedule and just like make it like a general like web serial Wednesday. If I'm free that Wednesday, I'll do it. There's also another thing I want to do. This will have to wait until after my vacation, because unfortunately I am going to be leaving this mortal plane. And by this mortal plane, I mean I'll be leaving this country that I'm in right now and going to another country that I'll be in later. And for 2 weeks. I definitely want to post pictures. I'm gonna bring Erna Plush with me, and she's gonna be my model, my muse, as I take pictures. I'll probably post some like sporadically, obviously, just for internet privacy reasons. I'll post them probably like in the night, every like a few nights. I'll post a couple of my favorites on Twitter just for nourishment. I was thinking after I finish posting Lestaria, I think it would be fun, like promotional thing, like to like provide like a audiobook quote unquote version. And by I in quote unquote because I was thinking I could try reading. I could read it on stream and maybe like talk a bit about the process behind certain stuffs. And like I don't know what day I would do that on. Like I thought it's Saturday, but usually tends to be a day off day for me. So maybe like Friday would be nice. Like every Friday I could read through like a chapter or so of Lestaria. I don't know if that's my reading speed is, honestly. So I don't know if a chapter is too much or if it's like too little. Like 1 chapter or 2. That'd be nice. It'd also be a nice way for me to like get through like another redrafting. Like for the offline version. Like it would be nice like, oh hey, read it with the people. And then I will be also saying cool things. Because like one thing I want to do when I make my offline version for Lestaria is I want to add like a little bonus thing. Like, you know, because if you're gonna be paying for something you could potentially be reading for free, I want to sweeten the deal a bit, you know? So I was thinking of providing like a little like bonus commentary appendix. Probably not gonna be that much commentary for every chapter, but the idea is like I would like share some thoughts or maybe some behind the scenes stuff. Maybe some like scrapped ideas I had, or just like general changes, because there were a lot of changes between the first and the second draft of Lestaria, and I know I've talked about them before, but they're in like either VODs that I've deleted or just very old. So we will get to that. We will get to that in word form, and it'll be beautiful. And I could just add it at the back of the book, I'd say. It's not gonna be like footnotes thing, footnotes thing. I think that'd be a bit obnoxious, honestly. But I think adding it as like an appendix that you can like kind of like go look at, and maybe like it can maybe like a little click to see the commentary at the bottom of like the first chapter page, and then like you could like click back to like see like go back to that chapter in the same like commentary page. I think that'd be nice. Not intrusive at all. Perfect. Yay. But actually maybe I should put the end though. Actually yeah, I should put the end if I'm talking about the chapters so I don't spoil things. But yeah. I do want to write that. I do have some stuff. I definitely want to talk about the original draft because that thing is saying dead in the water. I'm never sharing it. It's really bad. I wrote when I was 15. It was my first attempt at writing something on my own, and it was not very good. I did not know about craft, unfortunately. I barely even understood prose. So yeah. I'll work on that. I have a lot of things to work on, if you can't tell. So I thought that'd be a fun idea, but I don't want to just like read my writing on like the like writer stream, you know? I wanna bring back reading. If you can't tell, a lot of my ideas are gonna be very not gaming focused. A lot of reading, a lot of writing, and a lot of yapping Because I think I don't particularly enjoy streaming games unless they're story heavy. Like, if I like playing gameplay based games, but I don't like streaming them. So, well, yeah, I was about to say something else. Like, I guess I like Final Fantasy XIV for its mechanics, but I also haven't played Final Fantasy XIV in ages. But that's more just because I haven't had the time. I have too many creative projects. I also did toy around with the idea of doing a Dawn Trail catch-up on the story, because I just barely started it and I never got very far by just streaming it. But I don't know how interesting that might be. Starting in like the beginning of Dawn Trail, just no context for anything else. We'll see. It might be a good excuse to just burn through the game at least. I have in the back of my mind, I don't really feel like resubbing to that game. And with my trip coming up, I would not even dream of resubbing to it anyways, because I don't want to flush 2 weeks of time down the drain. So that one's gonna stay on hiatus. I'll think about it after I get back. Because I still really want to play AI the Somnium Files, and we're still playing Rain Code, and I still want to get back to Fatal 12. And I've also been toying around the idea of doing a Yumi Neko stream, because I never played Yumi Neko. Too many games to play. Games, but no games. I also want to play The Shell, but I don't want to do that on stream. That one's, not safe for work. So that one's not happening on stream, but I do want to read it, just in general. But also, I got back to reading Catch-22 after taking a break from it, and it's just as funny as I remember it being. So yeah. I should probably do what the namesake actually says and do some writing, because I've just been yapping for like 45 minutes about random shit. I guess, ooh, there's a piece of dirt on my own. Oh yeah, one more thing that I've been thinking of. I'm so big now. One more thing that, like, is on, like, the agenda, the Dravy agenda for the future is, if you can't tell, my streams are in 720p. They're, like, okay-ish quality, but that's, like, the most I can stream in, I think, because my monitor is not very good. I use a 720p monitor. Not even a monitor, it's my old TV. I use it, and it can't go very high, and a lot of programs, even the screen itself, is a bit pixelated and blurry for me, because I think my computer better displays in 180p, which my monitor is not capable of, so everything looks a bit grainy, and I've been fine dealing with it, but I do like the idea of, like, just getting a better monitor in the future. That's definitely in the cards in my brain. Right now I'm saving money for my trip, so I don't really want to just throw it on something like that quite yet. But I think in the future, I definitely want to get a better monitor. Finally, after putting it off for so long. Because I really have been putting it off for way too long. And especially now I can just drive. I got my driver's license recently, so I've just been driving everywhere instead of just ordering stuff online. It's been great. No more DoorDash. Uber Eats keeps sending you emails saying, come back, honey, please. We got these delicious new restaurants. And it's like, you fool, I can just drive to them. I don't need you anymore. Get out of my sight. But yeah, I definitely want to get a new monitor eventually. Probably closer to the winter season, maybe sometime October. I'm gonna be a bit busy working just IRL stuff in general out for a little bit, I think. So I might, like, not completely 100% like jump back in. But you know. Oh, I'll figure it out. Life is about figuring things out as they come. Or maybe even a bit earlier, just so you're prepared. But what was I talking about? Yeah, new monitor, I'll be able to stream higher resolution. I won't have to constantly squint to everything. Alright. Let's do a little 15-minute writing session. Does my Pomodori still work? It's been a while since I used it. Let's find out. Yay! Okay, lock in, guys. Lock in. Let's get some words on the page. Fuck it, I just realized Scrivener Brock's my Pomodori. Where's my Pomodori? He's very important. He needs to be there. Okay, Pomodori. Pomodori restored. Animation I meant gift man. That's what it's called? Mm. Mhm. Mm. Mm. Yay, we did it! First Pomodori successful. How much did I... Going up, I think like... Start here. 554 words. I swear I had like a thing for this. Oh yeah, word count. I'm looking at bot stuff. If this command doesn't work, you can make fun of me. And then I think, how does this work? I think I do... I don't know if that changed anything. Okay, yeah, my bot still works. Yay! I should make it send a message or something when you send it, just to confirm that it worked. I don't know how to make it send message. Yeah, that's how you make it send messages. I'm gonna make it send a message. Let's see. Okay. There we go. Now it'll tell you when it worked. Done live on camera. Oh man. I have that, speaking of like, I mentioned briefly zine stuff. That I have like a piece for zine in the works. It's for a Lacey zine. I'm very excited. I need to edit my piece a bit because final submissions are due soon. But it'll be happening soon. I think it's the first like scene I've worked in. It's like not like a free digital one. Because usually I just do get into free digital ones. I like them. I apply for the chance to work on something though. It's not the free digital big, you know, it doesn't really matter much to me. I just like doing whatever's fun. I haven't applied to some in a while though. I've just been like too busy to look for them. So I just haven't really set aside a time, but there's a couple I'm eyeing that I really want to send applications to. I applied to the Metaphor zine, but unfortunately I didn't get in, which makes me sad, but that's life. I was like, I've written Metaphor, I got this, and then they're like, oh, you can be a pinch hitter. I'm like, you know what? Good enough for me, I guess. Take it on the chin. It's okay. Danganronpa RP has steeled me. Has steeled my will towards rejections. I'm used to it. I'm very used to rejection at this point. It does not even faze me anymore. But yeah, I think there are a couple of Splatoon zines I have bookmarked. And I swear there's other stuff. Splatoon. And then there's also this Persona 5 Striker zine that I want to apply to. I swear there's something else. I swear I'm gonna explode. I think there's other stuff I was looking at, but they haven't opened applications yet. I think there's some on Tumblr that I was looking at. And there's also like the 100-line the Eitaku zine. Because it makes sense that of all things to get immediate attention, it was that one. It was that that ship. It's very popular. If you look on AO3, you'll see there's like They have Itaku is like a lot of the ships, a lot of the ships. And like it's funny because like I can post like a random ass one shot, and if it's like Itaku, it gets like a shit ton of hits. But if it's like anything else, it usually like does not get that much attention. Which is just like the nature of the game, you know. It always makes them more popular, but at the end of the day, it's just popular, you know. It doesn't matter that much. Who cares? I will write what I like to write. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I applied to that one already though. I already put together my portfolio because I have a lot of examples because I do enjoy writing Eito and Takumi in situations. Sometimes even romantic situations. So yeah, I had a couple, I think, like little short fics that fit within the word count, so I sent that. And I sent some excerpts of some of my bigger fics. I sent them from Collusion, from Those Left Behind, and I don't even remember what the third one was. Oh, Just a Memory. Yeah, I like the conversation I had there. I should have waited though, because I'm not sure how proud I am of it, so maybe I'm kind of glad I didn't use an example. But I posted a new fic a couple days ago, Idiopathy, my multiple Eitos fic, and it's in there. It's out there. I'm not sure if I'm proud of it though, so I guess I'm glad I didn't use an example because it doesn't really feel like a good representation of my usual style, personally. So I think it's for the better that I did not send it. Cough, cough, wheeze. Cough, cough, wheeze. My throat. I definitely need more sips, more water. I'll take a break soon, but it's a Yapatron 3000 hours. But yeah, those are the examples I sent. So 3 excerpts and 2 actual fics, because they recommended 5 samples. And I tried to focus on sending stuff that's more Eito and Takumi focused. Not all of it is. I think I sent the excerpt I sent. It's like a scene of like Eito and Hiroko being jealous of her Takumi, dying for Nozomi in their timeline. Yeah, because fic I wrote for Coming of Age was a Divergent fic. Not the franchise, like just straight up like Divergent timeline shit. And in it, when Nozomi gets her like sickness, rather than having Shion die for her, Takumi chooses to have her absorb him, and it's implied. I don't state it, but it's very much implied that he forced her to do it. That she tried to talk him out of it, and he literally grabbed her wrist, forced the infuser in her hands, and made her stab him because he sucks. Kill Takumi. 1,000 years of suffering for Takumi, etc., etc. Poor Nozomi. And she doesn't, it's sad too because she doesn't even live any longer than anyone else. She dies in the final battle. Almost everyone's dead except for 2 characters. So he only buys her like a few more days of time, and it's like, But I don't think he would want it any other way. He would be so pissed at, I would say he would be so pissed at Hiroko for that, but then I remember like alternate time version actually does find out about that, and he is pissed on behalf of that Takumi for the shit she pulls. So yeah, that's my examples. I hope that I know there's another like 100-line zine I think coming on the corner. I saw someone make a blog for it, and I followed it a while ago. I don't remember how long a while ago. I'm gonna need to scroll back. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I was wondering, I was like, I swear there were a couple other zines I was interested in, and I found them in my following. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, I was like, I swear there was someone else making a 100-line zine. And then I look and I immediately see like they have mod applications open. I'm like, yeah, there we go. Hi. I was talking, I worked for a bit. I did my 15-minute work sprint, and I started talking about things I want to do. About fanzines I want to apply to. Yay! Thank you. What are you doing at this late hour? Things I want to apply the fanzines. I'm almost wrapping up the last one I'm involved in, and I want to be involved in more. Oh, it's only 3 p.m. for you. Oh, that's perfect. Perfect time then. I love time zones when they're convenient. I forget. Oh man. I'm gonna be in a different time zone in 2 weeks. It's gonna be crazy. But yeah, I was listing off shit I want to do. I hope I get into the 100-line yaoi zine, because I think I would kill it personally. Okay, it's not. But yeah, there's a few with like... There's a few I was looking at. I don't remember if this one's like still applications open. Oh yeah, it's still open. Yeah. I gotta apply to these. I need to stop putting it off. I just don't like making portfolios. It's very hard. It's very hard for me to put things in a folder and then hit the share button. Of the Devil episode 2? Me too! Me too! Wait, you played Of the Devil? You played Of the Devil? Yes! I've also played Of the Devil. Episode 1 and the prologue, and they're very good, and I'm very excited for episode. I am 100%. I am going to stream that game when it drops. I'm going to stream Of the Devil episode 2. Oh, you followed me because of it! Oh, hey! I didn't know that. Now I know. I'm excited. I saw they dropped like a new design for one of the characters. Let me find it. Like they were doing like previews, because they've been doing like some like physical like GameCon appearances, and they've been selling merch at them, and I've been so envious because they have like cutouts of the main characters. And it's like, holy fuck, I wish I could be there. Yeah, they have some like priest dude in the they previewed. I think it's coming out this year too, so I'm like, I'm excited. I also really want to play their other visual novel sometime. Put that on the list. I also want to play March in Line, their team made. When did they make it? A year ago for Spooktober. Ah, Spooktober. It's a VN contest, basically. It's really big. There's like a lot of money involved. I've always wanted to make a game for it, but I feel like if I did, I'd have to like work with other people to make something cool. And and that's scary. And also I'm like always busy around September. Yeah, because last year I just wasn't feeling it. I was busy and stuff. And I was just learning Ren'Py, so I just didn't want to like immediately to a big game contest. And then this year I'm busy. I'm on vacation in September. So it's not happening. It's not happening then either. I don't know if it'll happen. Ren'Py's not that hard though. It's once you figure it out, it's not that bad. But like I still admittedly like by myself, I feel like I wouldn't be able to make anything like awesome in a month. I feel like I'd want to at least work with like other people. But I don't know. Yeah, anything isn't that hard once you figure it out. It's true. It's very motivational for life. But yeah, one of these years, I like to try doing Spooktober. One of these days. It's one of those like contests I look on from a distance. I'm like, I'd like to give you a shot one day. If I did try to do it by myself, I'd probably just not do something with visuals, but also like, or at least like try to do something funny with it to make up for that. Like visual novel, you know, but like that. I've had some ideas for more experimental stuff that I'm like, that'd be cool to do one day. And then I don't do it. Because I need a good story idea to work with it first. I can't just do stuff for the sake of it. It has to fit together. But yeah, one day I will do awesome things. And it'll be awesome. But alright. I should do more I should do more work. I need to write my Toxic Yuri. I need the 100-line fans demand more Toxic Yuri, and I must deliver. I don't know if this is gonna be a multi-chapter fic, or if I'm gonna like just make it just the long one-shot. I do like just posting one long shot. What long one-shots. Like there's a extreme amount of power there. Alright. We're doing a 15-minute sprint. We will work. It'll be awesome. Oh, I see now. So this one's shorter. So much lock in. I am locked in. I don't fuck around when I log in. Mm. 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 Hello, welcome in. Welcome in. Naughty. How's your night going? That's good. It's very good. Yay! We did it! 15 minutes more. We were locking the fuck in. Oh my god, it's so hard to lock in. I need to get a better keyboard for this computer. I use the default one I got with it, but it's not very ergonomic. So I think if I want to type more on it, I should definitely like get one with more hand rest support in the future. I like this happened a couple days ago. I had to slip into my manager's office, and the manager has like it's kind of like customized. It's a pretty swanky office. I had to slip in there to grab something. Like I had to grab the phone because their phone was being used and it was ringing. And he had like a pink keyboard with like the kind of like typewriter-like keys, and they were so nice to type on. They were so nice to type on. I kind of want to chase that high. I kind of want to be one of those people who gets really into customizing my keyboard one day. Cause I just usually just use the default ones for stuff. That's mostly because I usually run my laptop a lot. I don't use my PC very often for that. And mine has like one of those little attaching keyboards. It's nothing special. Yeah, it's so nice. It's like... Yeah, I don't like using my phone to write. Oh, you don't use your phone? Yeah, oh, okay. I don't use my phone, and I don't use my PC very often. I use my laptop only. And it's very portable, so that's nice. And yeah, I mean, I also use my phone all the time, just I'm really bad at typing on my phone. My thumbs are so fat. I always miss it. I'm just not very dexterous with them, unfortunately. So I tend to miss the keys a lot, and it's hard to type coherently my phone a lot with my thumbs. I always sound so proper. That's because autocorrect is saving me. But yeah, I kind of want to be one of those people who gets crazy about my keyboard. I have a friend who's been just like getting a bunch of like different keyboards to review, and he's been like talking about them, and he had one with like you could play like a little GIF in the corner of it, and he's like giving me a suggestion, and I gave him an 8-tail GIF, and then he put it on his on his keyboard, and now it's like beautiful, beautiful stuff. But yeah, and then I see people buy stuff like this little like key covers and shit, and they get crazy with it. I actually, speaking of that, I did see a Hatsune Miku collab keyboard with Asus that was like on order, and I was so tempted. It looked so cute. I love Hatsune Miku. Maybe I should just give it in. No, I need to save money. I can't give in. If it's still in stock, during the winter holiday, maybe I'll ask. I'll beg for it for Christmas. No, it was expensive. I'd rather buy something that has my own money. I feel bad asking other people. It's a very cute keyboard. And also, I want something that, like, cause like with this one, it's built to like light up. Like it's very much a gamer PC computer. Cause it's very much a gamer PC aesthetic. So it's like, you can't really see the letters unless it's on. And sometimes when I turn my PC, the letters don't turn on. Like the lights don't turn on the letters, and I can barely see them. I have to just go based off of vibes. Which, like, it's pretty easy, but still, it would be nice to have it work. It's nice to have a keyboard that doesn't rely on lighting for me to see the letters. Like I have the Surface 9, I bought it because I wanted the 2-in-1, that way you could connect the keyboard and change it out, because I found that the keyboard is not very sturdy on a laptop. I had a Surface for 1 year and I really enjoyed it, but then the keyboard broke and I had to deal with that for the next 3 years until I finally decided to throw it out and just not throw it out, I have it in my closet for the memories, you know? But I have a new one. And now if the keyboard breaks, I can just change the keyboard. I could just go to the store and buy another one. They had them on sale there. And I have the pen too, and I could draw on my Surface. It's awesome. I love the Surface. I genuinely really, really like it. I like its vibes. It's the perfect computer to me. It's everything I could ever want. Which is funny because I did not want, like, it's very much more like a touchpad kind of thing. Like, it definitely like works like a laptop, but you can definitely tell like it's also like a laptop iPad kind of thing. But it still has Windows. It's more of a computer. It's not like a Windows pad. It definitely is like the laptop layout. Looks exactly like my old laptop. But you know. And also it can also look like a tablet too. And I like that. I don't think I'd be happy if it was a tablet, more of a tablet with like apps and shit. I don't like apps. They're scary. And I don't like them. You have to download them and they do all kinds of stuff, and then you want some free thing and you download more and more apps. When does it end? When does the madness end? When do we reject the apps and return to the humble program? Huh? When can I go to Task Manager and be sure to end the program when it's not running? Why is it allowed to run in the background? Why is it gathering my location data when it's not even open? Why is it wanting to make phone calls? Fucking sure, Peckle, go make phone calls. Who gives a shit? That kind of stuff. I hate it. What is an app? Apps are like a terrible offspring. They're like the iPad babies of programs. I hate apps. I was using an app earlier, and instead of telling me the information I need to know, it took my money twice, and now I have to wait for them to give me a refund. Aw, shit, she's eating. Oh fuck, wait, does it work on? Oh, I don't think you can see it. the chicken. Oh, you see it. Oh yeah, I have it on that Erna. I forgot. You're now petting Dory too also. I added a bunch of new PNGs. Oh yeah, chicken, there it is. Not enough? No, that's enough. We need to keep her humble. She can't eat too much. I need more PNG. I need to add more, true. My mission is to just keep adding more until it's like the entire room is full. Like it's very simple now, but I can make it worse. I could get worse. I just need to remind everybody that that I can in fact get much worse. I love my PNGs. Cause like this is literally just like the background here is literally just my talking background, and then I just threw a desk in a computer, and like this is just me right now. My laptop's right there. This is just me IRL. It's the closest you'll get to seeing me IRL. Oh, I was talking about apps. Yeah, but Surface keyboards just aren't very sturdy is the thing. They're crazy. Like, I've been using... this is a used computer, so I imagine the keyboard definitely already has wear and tear. But I'm starting to get, like, some keys are starting to kind of, like, insensitive. And others will just, like, get, like, stop working, and I'll, like, smash on it for a bit, and it'll crack, and it'll start working again to get you an idea of how not sturdy these keys are. They hate me. The keys hate me. But, well, you know, it works, and now at least I don't mind it not being sturdy, because then I could just replace it. And it's been working for like, at least like half a year at this point. I don't remember when I bought this computer. I think it was in November last year, so yeah, I mean, if the keyboards last like that long, then I don't mind replacing them. And I still have the pen, it still works great. The way the pen works is it just charges in the keyboard too, and it slots together very nicely. This is not a Surface ad, I promise. It's just that the Surface happens to fit my very specific needs for a computer. But I had to buy the Surface 9. I thought about getting the newest one, but they just discontinued the Surface 9 when I bought my computer. And they're like, buy our Surface Copilot. And it's like, I would rather eat dirt off the side of the road than buy the Surface Copilot. I would rather just go start shoveling that shit in. Cause the thing is, like, you can't just uninstall it. It's built, they have a chip in the computer. So you have to, like, have that shit in your face. And it's like, no, I don't want to do that. So I just got a Surface 9 off of eBay instead, and it still works. It's like not much of an upgrade because I think mine was like the previous version, and this is the previous version. But it's fine. I don't need a super powerful laptop. I have my super powerful PC if I need to do super powerful computer things, you know? That's the benefits. It's actually crazy that you see so many people at home these days. You'll see a room with a picture of their room or their house, and they won't have a computer. They won't even have a laptop. They'll just use their phone for the internet. And like, that's scary. I don't like that. I can't imagine not having a computer, genuinely. Like, you just scroll the internet on your phone? You make important purchases on your phone? I guess they're like security wise they're safer, I guess. That's it. Like, I mean, I know some old people have some crazy malware on their phones and shit, but I do think like if you're not using the web browser like too much, if you're just going on apps and shit, you're probably very safe. Computers are pretty safe though. I mean, unless you're just downloading shit off the internet, just like doing whatever. With like no like awareness of what you're doing, then like yeah, that you'll definitely get a virus. You'll definitely, if you just download a random spam emails image, actually an exe disguised as an image, and then just run it, because like whatever, then you will definitely get a virus. But just like normally I haven't gotten a virus on my computer in years, and I torrent shit and go on shady websites and like download stuff all the time. I just do it from trustworthy sources. I don't know, man. I just can't imagine it. I just can't live a computerless life. I need to have a computer in my life. It's my important decisions machine. It's my connection to the world. I just can't imagine it. Now it's like I play video games. What do people like do? Like that's what gets me. Like, are people just playing all their games on like phone game? Oh, gacha games, I guess. Yeah, I forgot gacha games exist. Yeah, I forgot you play those on your phone. Ah, speaking of, I forgot to do my dailies on Cookie Run Kingdom today. But yeah, I guess people just play gacha games. Yeah, gaching. You know, your Uma Musumes and your Hoyo verses and your what the fuck else? Cookie runs, your Wuthering Waves, Reverse 999, I think that's a game that exists out there. I tried to move to Musume actually. And maybe I just didn't, maybe I'm just don't get it. Like I get like the racing thing and the careers are supposed to look fun, but like, you don't play a single one I listed. What do you, oh yeah, FGOs, do you play a, is that one ringing it? What are other ones? Grand Blue, yeah, it's just Princess Maker. You don't play FGO? Neither do I. It's okay. Yeah, it's just a racing sim, and I like racing sims, but something about gacha games and racing sims put together just doesn't jive with me. I don't know, I'm just not jiving with it. So I quit. I think it's just the gacha mechanics are weighing it down for me. I feel like it'd be a very fun racing sim, and I would get really into it if it didn't have the gacha mechanics in it. I just can't. Gacha just adds a whole new level of stress. It adds a whole new level of stress to like the gameplay, I think, and I just can't handle it mentally. Cause like you gotta like, cause like you like there's a whole Twitter meltdown over the Kita-san card that apparently was like needed if you wanted to be competitively viable or something. Or people are like, no, you didn't need it. You just have to try very, very hard if you don't. I'm like, so basically you need it. It's like in Cookie Run Kingdom, like you could say that like you can run with whatever team you want, but everyone who plays the game actually knows that you just get whatever's newest in meta and then you kill everything that isn't meta. That's how it works. And like I'm sure I could like with like enough like grinding and gotching and enough luck, especially luck, I could like get these horses to like win races and shit and whatever. But like it's like if I can't out of the box with like good strategy get very far and I need good cards and good horses, then I just it's a bit demotivating, honestly. It's like, oh, so I'm wasting time doing like shitty career like runs, and then I'm just using the rewards to roll in gacha hoping I can get like the good characters and actually start playing the game. Like I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like that. I like racing sims where it's like it's truly like free form, where you end up, and putting in the gacha mechanics just sounds exhausting. Honestly, these days I just can't play most gachas. I can only play them if they're very light on the gameplay. Like I'm just there specifically to get rewards. I don't care about the. It's like a Cookie Run. It has all the skip buttons and stuff, and it's like I don't have to actually play the game. I don't care about the game. I'm just here I'm just here to gamble. I'm here to hit the slots. Don't try to tell me to do anything else. I just want to hit the slots. I used to love Genshin though. I used to really like Genshin though, and that's because I really, really like the story. I really like the story and I loved running around my little characters. And then the game got really big in file size. I play gachas to beat RNG to sub-pulp. True, that's a good feeling. I love playing the RNG machines. I love watching numbers go up. I think it's like, if I want a good story, I'll just play a story game instead these days, or read a book, or watch a movie, or do literally anything else other than, alright, time to open up a gacha game. I heard I dropped off of Genshin around Sumeru. I heard Fontaine was really good, but unfortunately, I only thought about returning when like Natlan hit, and then that whole drama just completely killed my interest in the franchise. Every decision that company made with those putting those white ass boys and this is our continent based off of Africa and South America, two very big continents that aren't really countries. It's crazy they had Fontaine, which is based off of France, and then they just put Africa and South America together to make a nation. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. They just did not give a shit. And all the designs look really bad. And I don't know if they're on Snezhnaya yet, or like whatever. I don't know. I just kind of want to know what happens with Dainsleif. He was the best part of the game. I might watch plot stuff out of curiosity. I know they had a new Albedo. They had some new Albedo stuff. And he's my favorite little guy. Like, trivia lore, my favorite little guy was Albedo in that game. He was a homunculi created by this crazy alchemist dude who created a bunch of other shit that ended up destroying a bunch of stuff. And Albedo was just a guy. He's artificial life, but he's created to be a guy. And he was basically like dropped off with Alice, a friend of this alchemist. And Alice has like a little daughter named Klee, and she decided Albedo was now her big brother, and they're all family. And then she went off to go explore places. So now he's working as an alchemist in I don't even fucking remember the name of the First Nation. Mondstadt, the First Nation. And he watches over his sister, and everything's fine and cool. And in the first patch event he appears in, he had his story quest and like some like random other stuff, but the story quest was the only thing of value really, where like you get some hints of his backstory, and then they had the best event of the game focused on him. I think that event really bolstered his popularity. He's one of the more popular characters in the game now, I think, but he really was not that popular when he was first released. I remember because like very few people had him. He wasn't very gameplay viable. I accidentally pulled him because I was just pulling and shit, and I was like, oh shit, Zhongli banner's over, I don't give a shit about this guy, let's pull, and I got him, and I got emotionally attached. But I am so proud that he got such a comeback in the game, that he got like one of the best events. Even now I still see people like, a lot of people don't give a shit about Genshin, they still talk about that event, because it was really fun. Basically gets into his backstory, and he ends up like talking about it with Amber and like Eula, this other girl in the Knights that Amber's friends with. They're kind of Yuri-ing together. That's beside the point. And he talks about his like artificial origin. And then there's yeah, I mean, Yuri bait and gacha games go hand in hand. If you know gacha, you know the Yuri bait. It's everywhere. But yeah, he talks about his backstory, and there's also like another version of him. Like he had a prototype that ended up just getting thrown away by the alchemist that made Albedo, and now when the prototype was coming back and trying to steal his identity and shit. And the ending of it left it ambiguous whether or not it actually succeeded in doing so, but I'm pretty sure it didn't succeed, considering it later events. But we never know. Maybe it's just really good at pretending. But yeah, it was a really fun event, especially with that ominous ass ending. It was so good. And also, it had like a whole cliffhanger in it. It was genuinely peak. It was genuinely peak. It was like, that was peak Genshin to me. And I know they had like another event with Albedo recently. I don't know. I don't play the game anymore. And also, they never like saved. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's a story quest, so it's probably still in the game. But I don't care. I'm not getting back into Genshin. That game's way too big. way too big for me now. And also I just don't like touching Hoyoverse stuff anymore. It's all gone from my computer. I don't think I even have the space for it, even if I wanted to. Like, there's no way I could even download it again. I downloaded Star Rail for a bit and I had to install it like almost immediately when I decided I didn't want to play it because it was just, it wasn't, or if I didn't really want to keep up with it because it was just taking up too much space. It's like every game is competing for your space at this point. It's crazy. This is why I play tiny games. I'm just saying, if a game like Umineko could like take up less space than boring ass shooter game 47, then I don't know. I think it. I mean, to be fair, it's like text based, but like, you know. Games are too big. I can't handle it anymore. It's gonna start snapping at some point. Oh shit. What am I gonna do? I think I should put my nose to the grindstone one more time. Let's do another sprint. It's almost midnight. Oh my god, it's almost midnight. That's crazy. Yeah, I should probably start winding down soon. But first, let's put our nose back to the grindstone one more time. Commodore. Commodore's telling you to lock in. Where's my... There it is. Also, I don't know if it's hard to tell, but I've stuffed my just chatting with old games and VN soundtracks. Because those are songs I like and they don't get caught by copyright. Surely no one from the Drawn to Life team is gonna get me for putting all their game music in the playlists. I had a Yumniki song in there a while back, but I had to remove it because it got copyright. I got a copyright mute from that. I'm pretty sure everything in here is perfectly fine. I don't think I'm gonna get a strike for this. Or any other tracks. Anyways, lock in, lock in. Mm-hmm. Mm. 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 Okay, there we go. I was in the middle of thought. Oh, this is typing. Oh my goodness. Yay! Yay! It's the most accomplished sound bit I could possibly imagine for my timer. Oh god. I locked in really hard. I need to stretch my wrists. Stretching, very important step. Never forget to stretch your wrists. Don't. They're so important. I have my stretches. Stretching. Okay, there we go. They've been stretched. I remember this was like over a year ago. I was finishing the end of the first arc of my web novel, like the first draft, and I wanted to get it done before the 1st of February because I wanted to play Reload on release, and I didn't want to leave like anything hanging. I wanted to at least have the rough draft done so I could play through Reload and then come back with a fresh mind and beautiful fresh eyes. So in order to make my goal, I had to write 10,000 in one day, and my wrists hurt for like the next week. At least like Reload wasn't a very like intensive game to play with like it was like I played on my keyboard. It was fine. My wrist survived, but ever since I've been trying not to do that again because they went numb. They hurt for like a while. Like I genuinely like you will get permanent damage if you continue to push it, Dravia. So I didn't push it. I stopped right there. I took a nice long break. Yay! It all worked out at least. And how long did it take me to edit all that anyway? March, April, May. 4 months. Cool. I'm trying to mentally remember that for when I have to do more editing soon. Editing is so hard. People who can edit are I respect them. I've always wanted, I should try offering the better read for people more often, because I do know some, like most of my editing is purely like vibes based off of what I think sounds right. Like I know grammar stuff, and I do know some like editing stuff. I read books on like especially like mostly for like professional like publishing. I read books for professional publishing on writing tips for that. So I like it depends in my opinion, because sometimes like fuck what's right, the style is more important. But sometimes fuck the style, it needs to sound like an actual thing. It needs to sound like a sentence. But there's a very fine line to strike between that. I guess it's like, it still sounds like a sentence, but it's like it's still very stylish. It's a hard line to draw, I think, genuinely. You kind of do need a bit of vibes to just vibe your way through it. There's no right answer. But also, like, it can depend, because sometimes people are like, fuck yeah, I love the style here, and then sometimes you like, get another editor and they'll be like, I hate it. I hate the style. Just stop doing it. I hate how subjective art is. You just have to go based off of vibes. Because what if your vibe's just bad to everybody, but you'll never know. You'll just think, oh, it's just that one person. My vibes are awesome, and everyone will be like, actually, I don't like your vibes either. And you'll be like, shit, what do I do? What do I do? But there's nothing you can do. The vibes have simply not picked you. Yeah, you're getting the vibes, yeah. Art's very subjective though. Editing's very subjective too. Especially when it comes to like, I think the main thing is like, if I'm editing for someone, I'd be like, okay, do you want me to give you suggestions on the work, or do you just want me to make it sound nice? Because those are two very different things. I feel people don't tend to draw a line between when they're editing. Because it's more extreme critique, and one's more just like actually editing, like just making it sound nice. I think a lot of professional editors are like, a lot of people like who edit tend to think it's both, but professional editors, it's very much making it sound nice. I'm sure there's lots of editors out there who have found ideas they just really don't like, but like they still gotta edit it. I do feel like it also depends on like the stage of editing too, I think. Like I think if you like you kind of do have to like the idea at least a bit before you start like offering the like ideas, like, or just in general, like, you know, editors like, this doesn't make sense, how did this happen? But like generally you're not supposed to go, this plot is bad, do this instead, or have you considered doing that? That's like a different kind of, that's a different stage entirely we're talking about there. Hi, welcome in, Black Iris. Nice to see you, like the little waving kitty paws. Little paw waving. How's your night? How's everything going? How's everything it's night, so everything binning? Has it been happening? Yeah, it's like very different kinds of editing there. Very different stages of the process. Once you get to the end, at that point, it's just purely like making it sound nice and picking up the weird typos. No one's gonna tell you to change half your plot in the last 10 days unless they're just really bad at their job. But you know, there have been like those, like I feel like it's been more common, I think, in professional industries to really like run the timer on your artists and writers and stuff. Like they'll just be like, can you just change this entire thing? Sir, we need to get the master done in like a week. Well, a week's enough time to change it. Oh, you're stuck at work? Aw, that's ass. You're stuck at work. Hi, I'm glad to be a wonderful distraction. How's writing? It's been going great tonight, actually. I was working on my fanfic, my Yuri fanfic for a 100-line visual novel, and I've gotten like a really big chunk of it done. It's probably gonna end up being very long at this rate though, because I'm writing. I wrote quite a bit, but I'm like, oh, I still feel like I'm at the beginning. I still feel like it hasn't gotten worse yet. Because this is not gonna be a very happy story, unfortunately. But we're still good. They still have hope, and that's how I know we're still at the beginning, because they still have hope. It's one of those kinds of stories. But you know what? It's in those sad endings you find something beautiful. It's like all this bad stuff happens, but you're still like, there's still something worth it in there, right? There's still something beautiful in there. It's that kind of thing. But yeah, yeah, because like the general direction I was going is like they're like trying to get back to like this other place. Because like the whole premise of the game is that they have to defend this school for like, they have to defend this school for 100 days. And basically in this fic they fucked up, and two of the characters are stuck miles and miles away, and they can't get back very easily because they have to fight a bunch of monsters to get there. And there's only two of them, and their original group was like big. I was trying to count off the top of my head. I think it's like 18 people, 19 people, I think. So down to two, that's not great odds. So they don't think they can fight their way back. But they are trying to find a way back. And it was kind of sort of the fault of one of the characters, one of the main characters. Her name's Karawa Usuzuki. It was kind of her fault that it happened, her and another guy. And this other girl, Nozomi, is her best friend. They had some fights. They have fights. But they are in a good period now. And Nozomi, she's a very nice girl. She's very polite and kind and caring, and she tends to keep a lot buried away. As a result, she did not want to let her negative emotions show. But right now she's like burying a whole lot of resentment for a friend here. But they're all each other half, so they kind of just have to go through it. And Karawa really does not like the fact that she's upset Nozomi. She's very like in the trenches about it, because that's her best friend. She has a really big soft spot for Nozomi, and also low-key kind of crushing her, and now she's just made everything like way worse. And it's just not good. It's not good. So she's trying desperately to do whatever she can to like make Nozomi happy, get her back to the other schools so they can continue like fighting and stuff, get their goals, and they're not having a good time. But yeah, now her next plan is be like, what if we just made bikes and just bike back? Because they have a bus that they took. They have a bus that they took to get over there, but unfortunately the bus is kind of out of fuel, so they can't bring it back, unfortunately. That would make it too easy. I can't make it easy for them. The biking's probably not gonna end well, honestly, but you know what? If that's a choice the characters want to make, who am I? Who am I to deny them of that choice? They could do whatever they want. I simply let it happen. I simply let it happen. For the tragedy of it all. Let's see. Maybe I have one last sprint in me. It's already past midnight, so I should probably start winding down soon. I said that like half an hour ago, but then I got really into the groove, and now I'm like, oh, I can't wind down. If I wind down, then I might not wind back up again for a while. For like the rest of the night. I can't do that. We have to keep winding. I need to think about what happens next, because I have this, but I don't know what could go wrong. Oh, it came to me. Never mind. I have an idea. I'll be like, damn, I don't know what's gonna happen next. And then, like, it just hits me in, like, a vision, and I'm just like, that's the best idea that I could ever do. Alright. Cracking my fingers. Cracking them. We're doing another 15-minute sprint. 15-minute sprint. Walking in now. Yeah, exactly. It's all about we're once again wrapping back around to the vibes. Like the characters decide the vibes, and I'm like, all right. So you want things to get worse? You know, all right. I'll let it get worse. You know, as a treat. Mhm. Oh, sorry. Mm. Almost at the end of my playlist. I thought I added so much more music to it, but it's almost done already. That's the end of the playlist. Okay, we start at the beginning. I need to add more music. I need to make it more powerful. I need to make my music playlist longer. Another day though. I already added a bunch of 100-line music to it. To try to make it longer. Maybe I need to add Danganronpa music to fit the vibe. Fuck, there's a typo? There's a typo in the chat? No, 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 no. This is the worst thing could ever happen to me. Meantime. It just says meantime. Okay, it's fixed. Typo is a dangerous thing. I make them all the time. They're very dangerous and scary. Thank you for pointing that out. Very appreciated. I have a reputation to maintain. I'm a bit of a reactive person, as I might say. I'm like towards typos. I'm like those dogs, you know, like the reactive dogs. They see another dog and they just go. That's me. I just start barking. I'm very reactive. Aw, thank you. I'm glad to know that someone is entertained. I know, me barking into my mic. Yay! We did it! 4 whole sprints. Oh my goodness. My wrists are getting tired. Almost 2,000 words. Yippee! Clap, clap, clap! Clap, clap, clap! Clap, clap, clap! Clap, clap! Stretching my wrists again. Trying to be better about that. I was letting them get a little too stiff earlier. We need to do our wrist stretches. Oh yeah, it's not my wrists I need to worry about, it's my back. I do so much lifting at work. I need to be careful and lift healthily. Lifting is hard though. Lifting, especially with heavy stuff, with the squat and stuff, it can be so hard. Like genuinely. Healthy lifting was not made for us to pick up like heavy things. And yet, we must anyways. I think back stretches. Stretching is just a good idea in general. Stretching and exercise. The people were right. My schedule? Do you mean like in general or streaming schedule? Because in general, I'm very busy during the... I close at work. So I'm like gone most of the day. I don't really have a daytime free time most of the week. But I am free at night. So I've been trying to do more like late night streams. Just, you know, just straight up like, I like to do work. I like to do writing streams because when I get off work, I like to write. Like, I used to be like kind of too tired to do that kind of stuff, but then a couple years ago I was just like, let's just try to make it a habit. Let's just work on a project and work on it, and let's just make it a habit. And now I can do it. A streaming schedule. I'm working on it actually, but I'm trying a new thing where I do like streams after work, but specifically work, because I like playing games on stream, but I like doing it earlier in the day. But because like I get really sleepy after work, and it's like, it's weird to say, but I find it easier to not be sleepy when I'm working on a project. Like, I feel I've gotten writing like into a very big habit in my life, so it's easier for me to do it after work instead of games. So that's what I've been trying to do, like, because I get off work at like 9, like my time zone, which was, for reference, 3 hours and 44 minutes ago. So I've been trying to do streams like an hour after I get out of work, which was 2 hours and 44 minutes ago. Like 10 p.m. So I generally want to try doing some like streams like this at like 10 p.m. and go on for like a few hours from there is generally like the idea I have in mind. Yeah, work sucks. It's so hard to find time to do the things you want to do after work, but you know what? It's like, I don't know. I personally am very glad. It's very nice and fulfilling to me that I'm able to despite being tired as fuck and just kind of wanting to melt into the soil, be like, no, I have things I want to do, and I can do them if I believe in myself, if I just get up and try. And see, like, once you get the habit going, honestly, it's like, you just kind of like don't feel right if you don't keep up the habit. It's generally like what I describe it as. Nowadays, like, I have to do something at night. I have to do a little bit of writing, otherwise I just don't feel right. It's there, and it'll haunt me until the day I die. But it's nice, you know. I think I just feel like if I just did not— I used to just not do anything after work for years, and it was just— why not I just do work? Unfortunately, I work customer service, and I work on the floor. So as much as I'd love to do it, like, right at work, I am unfortunately unable to do so with the current position. I'm trying to get another job that's, like, more desk work, because I want a chance to, like, not be tired all the time. But it's in this economy, it's a little bit difficult to get a job like that, because everyone wants a job like that. I'm trying, and at least I have a decent position now, so I'm hoping that if I can get enough experience in management, maybe I can transfer my skills elsewhere. Because I do quite a bit of stuff I think I could transfer to another, like an office setting or something where I could do more bullshit work and then just like work on my little projects on my computer. I have a friend who does who works like a government job and like is able to like draw and play games at work, and I'm just so envious. I'm like, I wish I want a job like that. It'll happen. It'll happen one day. I'm definitely not planning on staying at this position for the rest of my life, but here's hoping. Here's hoping. Yeah, IT. Yeah, IT's a good option for that. I won't tell you, boss. I'm very good at keeping secrets. Just like, I think like at this point, I'd take anything that would let me sit down for the day, or I could at least be in a comfortable position, or I don't have to like stand up all the time. That'd be awesome. But I don't know. I know like sitting down all day definitely comes with its own set of demons. I feel like the ideal would just be able to do both whenever you want. That's hard. Like, I guess there's like those desks that you have that you could like stand at and you could sit down. Yeah, busy days. Well, at least most days are pretty chill, you know. But the busy days, at least the thing with busy is that time passes faster because you get caught up. Like, it's exhausting, but then you're like, oh wow, it's been a few hours already. Oh, my shift's almost over. That's great. There's that feeling, at least. Honestly, I've always enjoyed busy days. Oh, thank you for the follow! Thank you! Thank you so much. It's good to have another soul trapped here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm the kind of person who likes being busy. I just like the vibe of it. I like keeping myself busy. But also it's because I work a job where if I'm not busy, they're like, you got time to lean, you got time to clean. I'm like, fuck. I had to find somewhere else to lean. Don't underestimate me. I will not clean. I will just find somewhere else to go. Another shelf to hide behind or something. Or honestly, these days, now that I'm like a kind of manager position, if I get tired, I'll just hang around in the employee area. And I'll just say if someone asks me, I just say I'm doing manager stuff back there. Because there's a chair, and I could sit in the chair, and there's walls up so you can't see them on my phone, and I'll be like, what are you doing back there? I'm like, oh, I'm just the manager stuff. Click a button on the keyboard, and it's like, yeah. You're doing great. Easy hack. But I can't do that all the time, unfortunately. But sometimes that's all you need or sometimes people will just peek over the edge to just see what I'm doing. Usually if they need something from me, they'll be like, hey, I need you. And I'll just be like, hello. And when I say people, I mean customers. Customers will just go anywhere unless you have a door in their face. I noticed I don't have I had this one time where I had a customer come in and they wanted to like know where our cold drinks were, and I said, oh, in the fridge in the back. And I don't know why he thought this, but instead of going to the front part of our fridge, which is for the customers, he decided to go through the employee area, past like 2 signs, and went into the back fridge where we keep all our stock to put out in the fridge for the customers. And then another employee was back there and he freaked out like, what the hell are you doing back here? Get out! And it's like, I'm looking for the fridge. And it's like, brother, you walked past the fridge. You have no work, I find problems for others to fix. Honestly, great. I love having problems with, hey, can you deal with this? I kind of don't want to deal with this. It's a great part of being manager. If you have a problem, you can just tell someone else to fix it. And they're just giving out work. And it's a great thing. The one thing is, like, after being promoted, like, half the job is doing, like, store stuff, like stocking, checking expiries, money management, stuff like that. And the other half is cashiering. Me today calling random coworkers. I see here you have a task pending for 3 months. Why didn't you do it yet? I'm not a snitch. That's funny. I'm that person with 3 months pending task. I forget stuff so easily, and then I don't check the system very often to see when I have tasks. My managers have to be like, did you do the training that was due yesterday? I'm like, there was a training? Yeah, 2 hours due yesterday, do it now! And then I had to spend 2 hours doing training. But yeah, half the job's cashiering, and I like to foist it off on everybody else. I don't like being on the register. I just like doing tasks. I find the register a distraction. So now that I have an excuse not to do it, I just tell everybody else to help with the register instead. I inform the slacking coworkers get their shit together rather than telling their boss. Yeah, that's a coworker. That's honestly stellar coworker. Yeah, you could be worse. That's honestly pretty good. Like, you know, they could get in a lot of trouble if they don't do their tasks, and you're not here being like, hey, do your task before someone notices and they get in trouble for it. You know, that's pretty based. We love doing our tasks on time. I say is I don't do my tasks on time. There's like I remember I looked in the system today and my manager has like an overdue task, and I was like, damn, we should do that. And then I didn't tell him because he didn't do the safe work today, and I didn't feel like doing it either, so I was like, whatever. That wasn't my job, that was his job. I'm leaving it for him to do tomorrow. I'm so nice. The worst part is like when there's like work that's time sensitive, like it has to be done before a certain point of the day, because otherwise like the money totals start changing, and then nobody does them, and I'm like, now we can't double check this. That's not good. Now we're just screwed. What's the end goal here? Oh yeah, I guess we just have to trust the process of the last night's people. You know, speaking of coworkers, we have like a new guy. We had a new guy for like a week. They apparently like got hired into a manager position, and it pissed off the upper management because they don't like hiring people straight into management. They prefer to like promote people, so they don't have to like train them in like all the store stuff. They only hire if they really need to. Like, we hired an assistant manager straight up, and it's been kind of a pain trying to get him like on like knowing the store stuff, so that's why they prefer to promote people so they can already know stuff. But they just hired this guy, and they didn't even tell like one of the manager in charge of a store, like someone else above him hired him. And he's kind of like a funky guy. He seemed pretty nice. I only exchanged a few words with him, but I've heard that apparently he's got a bit of a stealing streak. And the manager, like, not putting aside the fact that the manager thinks that he's stealing 20s from his register, he apparently said one day, like, oh, hey, I'm gonna get McDonald's when he was going on his lunch. And I was like, okay. And then it turns out when he said he was gonna get McDonald's, he actually meant he was gonna go in, steal someone else's food, and leave. And he also, like, when he was leaving today, he had something else in his pocket that he stole from another store. I think it was like a cactus. He stole it from like a plant store nearby, and he was just carrying it around with him all day. Like, what the hell? What is going on with that guy? He's probably is in fact stealing 20s, honestly. I didn't notice anything off today, at least, with his money. When the manager is like, I'm gonna steal some McDonald's real quick. It's crazy. I haven't worked with the guy yet, but I really hope I don't have to, just because I don't want to deal with people that cause problems. I've dealt with my fair coworkers that cause problems, because I've worked a lot of retail, and that's kind of par for the course. You're gonna get some really weird coworkers. I had this one dude. I have a horror story job, and I have a lot of horror stories from it, like health code violations, every coworker being some flavor of objectively terrible to work with. But there's a guy that got fired for threatening to stab somebody, who is the worst. He didn't threaten to stab me, because I'm too much of a doormat, I guess. But he would... Okay, so many things would infuriate me. He refused to do work for one. Like, I asked him, like, to wash the dishes so I could do all this other stuff, and he was like, fine, whatever. He got bitchy about it, and he only washed like a few of the dishes. Like, okay, how about you do the rest of this? That's fair. And he went to go send it back on his phone. So I had to do basically all the work that night. And then when he took his lunch, he would clock out, and then he would sit in the back of our department. And then if I got even remotely busy, if like even one single customer was waiting in line for even a second, he would get up out of his seat, help the customer, and start yelling at me like, see, you're not keeping up, and then I have to take time off my lunch to go help you. Like, bro, just leave the department. You do not have to be here. No one stays in the department in their lunch except you. This is a self-imposed problem here, Buster. Why are you yelling at me for it? And he was very mean. And he got fired, at least. But that was crazy. Then again, I had to work with another coworker who could not be asked to stay at the stand, like, most of the day. He would always just run off. Actually, I say him. He was the worst. Everybody did that. I was the only one who actually followed the rule of do not leave your department unless you're on lunch or break. Everyone else was like, alright, I'll be back. And they just leave. And I'd just be like, fuck. It was the worst actual horror story job. Maybe one day I'll get more into it, but I think I have to leave it. I think I'll leave it off on the fact that I had to quit because I would have like daily chest pain episodes at the thought of going to work the next day. Like, I had to quit at that point. I just couldn't do it. Yeah, I'm so glad. I never want to work at that store ever again. There was like one opportunity I felt really bad letting go, but also I'm pretty sure I wasn't gonna get that opportunity anyway, so I don't mind. It was supposed to be a training program, like a trade training program that would get you like some certification stuff, and you could like potentially work in better places. But they picked only one person for it, and it lasted like a year, and also I was told that like nobody wanted me to be picked for it, even though I was easily like the most organized person in the department. They wanted to pick my lazy ass coworker instead. So I was like, okay, I'll just get out of here. Bye. Oh well, that job's done. That chapter of my life is over. I don't have to work there ever again. I have my new job, which is it's a little bit stressful sometimes, but like it's nowhere near as bad. The baseline is like rock bottom for me at this point. But I did interview for another job recently that was like a front desk job, and I'm like, you know what, that sounds pretty okay. I don't mind doing front desk stuff. It sounds way less exhausting when the people are coming to you to ask for things than having to run around the store all day and then have people interrupt you when you're in the middle of a task. We'll see though, we'll see. It has like a rotating schedule too, so have to see how that I would adapt to that. Cause it's like some like every like I think 6 months or like 3 months. I think it's 6 months. It would rotate, so you would get weekends off for a bit, and then you wouldn't get weekends off. Like so everybody could have a chance to have weekends off, basically. Which sounds kind of nice, honestly. I never get weekends off, anyways. I've only started getting weekends off recently. By weekends, I mean Saturday. I get one weekend day off, and frankly, it is beautiful. First time I've ever been free on a weekend in years. It's awesome. I'm starting to get really sleepy. It's 1 a.m. now. I think I'm gonna have to call it. I'm really tired right now. Enough of the... No, actually we can keep playing. We can keep the music going. But yeah, I think I'm yapped out a bit. I need to go start getting ready for bed and maybe get something to drink. I need 2 days off. I could really go for a good 2 days off right now. Oh yeah, I do get 2 days off though. I get one Saturday and then one Tuesday off. So it's like I don't have a weekend. I don't particularly mind. I don't know. I think I do prefer, honestly, the way I have it now, because it kind of cuts up the schedule. Thank you. I will be back. I don't know when I might stream again. Maybe I might do a gaming stream tomorrow earlier. But if another talkie stream will probably come on Wednesday, because I have plans. Oh, thank you for the follow, Naughty Potty. Nice to have you around in this corner of the galaxy. Yeah, I'll be coming back around probably Wednesday, I'd say. In this specific time slot. I'll probably do an early one for the earlier folks. But Yapatron 3000 will be back another Wednesday night, most likely. Thank you. I'm glad we all had fun here. I love talking to people. It's so fun. It's honestly, I think it's one of my favorite things for like stream, just being able to just show up and just start yapping about my life, and then other people talk about their lives, and it's just so cool. But yeah, I'm gonna go. Night now. Good night. I hope work goes well for everybody involved, or just straight chilling, having a good day. Hope we all have good days forever. Yay. Okay. Now I die. Peace sign.